Okay, I've seen a lot of people saying that Belly isn't yearning enough for Conrad, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Whenever Jenny Han uses these allusions to classic films, I feel like it gives us a peek into Belly's inner world and what's going on inside of her subconscious. Just knowing that this is her setup as she's writing this letter to Conrad tells me that her innermost thoughts and feelings can be found in Sabrina's dialogue. And it is so important to note that Sabrina is writing this letter as she's hearing La Vie en Rose playing outside her window. Listen close because this is everything. It is late at night, she says, and someone across the way is playing La Vie en Rose. It is the French way of saying I am looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. And it says everything I feel. I have learned so many things, she says. I have learned how to live, how to be in the world and of the world, and not just to stand aside and watch. And this is the most important part. And I will never again run away from life or from love either. These are the words that Sabrina is writing, and these are the things that I think Belly is feeling. The fact that Belly tells her mom her apartment was just like Sabrina speaks to me of just how deliberate this moment was. Belly herself may very well in this moment be acknowledging just how on the nose it is in comparison to Sabrina. For me, this is Belly acknowledging just how far she's come on her journey. And this is Belly making a decision to no longer run from love. I don't think she fully knows what the future holds for her. I think that she's open to life and to love. And writing back to Conrad is a momentous step. For me, this is a deeply romantic scene. And again, it is so important to note that Sabrina is actively listening to La Vie en Rose. If Belly is reflecting on any of these lyrics, it would make this moment all the more romantic. I did take French in high school, but I will spare you my terrible accent. When I was a very young adult, I used to watch Sabrina all of the time. When I lived abroad, I even got myself a little music box that plays La Vie en Rose. I would play it over and over again, specifically as a nod to Sabrina. I love this song and I love this film, and this was so important to my own coming of age. It was on that trip that I met the love of my life. I'll pull up the English so you can read along. Of course, the French is better. When he holds me in his arms, he speaks to me softly. I see life in pink. He tells me words of love, and that does something to me. He has entered into my heart a piece of happiness, the cause of which I know. It's him for me and me for him. He said this to me. He swore it for life. And as soon as I see him, I feel in me my heart which beats. We began this season with Belly losing her heartbeat, as alluded to in the lyrics of the song You're Losing Me. So I find it deeply profound and poetic that a building whose name literally means the Sacred Heart is overlaying Belly in this shot as her heart is coming back to life. She has this memory of Susanna telling Belly she's a girl who has always known her heart. So when she sees Conrad again, I hope that we audibly hear her heartbeat in a similar way we did here, because to me, it would make the most beautiful allusion to the lyrics of this song and the theme of this film in general. To me, there is nothing more romantic than a girl who knows her heart. So I'm glad that she's really come to know herself first. And to me, this moment of Belly writing back to Conrad is deeply and inherently and magnificently romantic.